You come on down these parts, fellow. You start telling people their business and insulting their race. You end up like champagne, I'll tell you that right now.
I listened to his show the night that he was killed. There was this drug-crazed kid bothering him. When people smoke that crack stuff, they go berserk, you know. I hope they catch that kid.
But they ought to listen to that show. He was on the edge. I didn't think he was going to get shot or anything, but that show was strange.
I mean, I got to be on his show, you know, like the last day. That was his last show, you know. I feel kind of like my whole life is different, you know. Like I'm kind of blessed, but kind of like I told Barry, you know. I mean, hey, life is just kind of like a big party thrown by God, and I'm the new Toastmaster, Bear.
Like Barry always said, if you didn't like him, turn him off. They didn't have to kill him.
Now, I think that young boy that had come in here on the show, I think he did it. Now, I tell you how I feel about it. I think that if you steal something, they ought to cut your hands off. If you rape somebody, they ought to cut you know what off. That's just, I think they ought to kill him.
I never called him.
He took that man's life.
And now I'm sorry. He never even hung up on me.
I miss him. You know how when you have a cast on your arm and they cut it off and you miss having it. You know, he was like a cast on my arm. I miss him.
He was like a hot fudge sundae with fresh pecans. Now, I knew I shouldn't listen to him because he always got me so dang riled up till I was like to smash my radio.
He did a whole show once on which way to roll your toilet paper, over or under. People responded for hours. Some got so angry they hung up.
I called almost every night. I loved Barry. Didn't care much for the fellow who answered the phone, though. You know, he always forgot I was waiting on the line.
Didn't I read he was having some kind of problem with his wife?
Yes, he was insensitive and nasty, but he was a strong masculine presence on the radio.
Why would anyone do such a thing? Oh, well, there's another bright star in God's heaven.
My view is that you don't give a group like the neo-Nazis access to the airways like he did. Basically, I couldn't stand Barry Champlain.
I was in love with his voice.
I was in love with his voice.
He was in love with his own voice.
My first thought was that I couldn't believe anyone could hate him that much. Disagree or dislike, but not hate him, not kill him. My second thought was that he always wondered if there was a God. Barry said that he had to wait until the evidence was in. Now you know, Barry. Now you know.
Now we know that whatever the law says, it speaks to those who are under the law so that every mouth may be stopped. And the whole world may be held accountable to God.
The world is crazy, crazy. Barry was rude, but he was a funny guy too. He insulted my muffin when I called, but that is why we have freedom of speech.
I hope that when they remember Barry, they remember what he said and not the style in which he said it.
It was karmic. You just can't put out that much bad karma without it coming back at you.
Barry and I worked together for over 7 years. And whenever you threatened him over the air, man, he'd stick it right back in your face. It was like his dick was flapping in the wing, and he'd like to see if he could get an erection. The guy had a little dick, but he liked to flap it out there. And then they cut it off, and now he's dead. I don't know if you understand that analogy, but it's the clearest one I can make.